A huge influx of migrant arrivals on the Italian island of Lampedusa has left reception centers struggling to cope after thousands were rescued at sea by the Italian Coast Guard in recent days. Lampedusa's proximity to North Africa has made it a regular target for tens of thousands of migrants attempting to reach Europe. About 3,500 died in 2014. Robby Malabanan reports from Rome, Italy.
Over 600 migrants remain in Lampedusa's reception center after thousands were rescued from the sea in more than 10 operations carried out by the Italian Coast Guard in recent days.
Rescue personnel have been assisting the migrants at Sicilian ports before placing them on buses and driving them to local medical centers, but the island's reception center is struggling to cope with a huge influx. Some migrants, including women and children, were seen leaving the perimeter of the reception center through a hole in the fence surrounding it and climbing up Lampedusa's rocky hills. Others were contacting their families using a mobile phone to inform them that they were still alive. A 15-year-old migrant from Somalia, wandering around the island's hills, said he had already spent nearly half of his life living in a refugee camp in Kenya with his family.
Me, I'm living 7 years old refugee camp. My mother and my sister and my brothers live in refugee camp, but I want help.
Another young Somali migrant said he had traveled across Ethiopia, Sudan, and Libya, where soldiers at the borders would ask for money and threaten to shoot people before embarking on the sea journey.
The way we travel in are very, very dangerous. Sometimes you get killed, sometimes you get injured. It is very long also, and the army of the borders are very dangerous.
Labaor said the most dangerous part of his journey was crossing the Sahara Desert, which began in Sudan. Migrants were driven in overcrowded vehicles for 12 days with barely any water or food. In Libya, at least 30 of them were loaded into a Land Cruiser pickup truck. With barely any space to move, he said, migrants would fall off the truck and be left to die.
His journey across the desert ended in Libya, where Labar said he was locked into a small room with 25 other migrants for 17 days with no beds and toilets. Those who protested would be taken out. Some would never return.
After 17 days, they were transferred into a ship, which broke down only a few hours after leaving the Libyan coast.
The guy who was driving, the guy who was driving, he said, sorry guys, we're gonna die all of us. Why? He said, the boat is stopped walking. So, now what we can do? We don't, even me, I can't swim.
But despite risking his life on numerous occasions throughout the journey, Labaor said he had no choice but to leave Somalia.
My child, why you go? I said, I can't live there, because there, if you leave, you can get two way. You're gonna be a soldier. You're gonna be the Islamist. So I don't want to die earlier time.
A record number of migrants look set to flow into Europe this year, with human traffickers becoming increasingly aggressive as they take advantage of chaos in Africa and the Middle East, according to Frontex, the European Union's border cooperation agency. The Mediterranean crossings claimed an estimated 3,300 lives last year, and earlier this month, more than 300 people are believed to have died after leaving Libya on inflatable rafts. Reporting from Italy, this is Robby Malabanan for Eagle News.